All right, welcome back to another problem. Here we are. Let's take a look at it. Let's turn on the dimension to see how we're going to go ahead and draw this problem. Also, let me turn on my center line here real quick. All right, so to draw this problem, we're going to take a look at all the dimension of the height of the shape here. We got 145.5, 57.5, and then 60. So where do we start? That's the questions. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look here. I also got 168, and then I got 24 height. So it look like what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and draw a rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a rectangle. Let me go to my dimension, the drawing section. All right, here we are. Let's do 168 by 24. Hit the tab key before you do the next dimension. All right, so with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my center line. I'm going to turn that on, and I will take it all the way from the bottom. I do 60 up, and then I'll do another one, 57.5, and then I'll do 145.5. All right, so those will help me later. So let me see, 1, 2, and 3. I don't know why this one did not snap onto my center line. Okay, so with that being said, we can see that we have a circle right here at 60. So I'm going to go to that and do that circle. So here, this the 60 that we're looking for. This is the line that I have a 60. So I'm going to go to that right there. I'm going to do diameter. So hit D, enter, 57.2. Okay. Now, look like I have a problem here. So maybe I shouldn't do all that all together, but that's right there. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead, circle again. I'm going to do that, and then I'll do D, enter, 57.2. There you go. All right, that's look better. The next, what I'm going to look for is, let's see. I see that I have a 21.4 from this edge to that edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and construct this right here down all the way to that right there, and I'm going to offset that 21.4 to the left. All right, so when I have that, let me see here. There's a little arc right here that's radius of 10, so I'm going to do fillet. First object, click on radius, put in 10, hit second object. All right, that gotta get rid of my thing. So what I'm gonna go do first is I'm gonna go ahead and trim one of this little thing. But in order to trim, I have to explode it because this is a rectangle. So to trim, I cannot trim. So there we go. What we're gonna do now is let's go back to our fillet and first object, radius, and then I'll put in 10, enter, and voila. Okay, now the second one right over here, it doesn't have a dimension, but what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to assume that it's the same thing here because they look close. So I'm going to assume that it's also the same fillet. All right, now I'm going to wait until I do something over here before I do that fillet. So I'm going to hit escape. Now let's go on to the next one. So we're going to see that right here at the 57.5, we got the circles. The first one is 14. So we're going to go here. Right here, we got 14 in radius. And then the next one is 14 more than the last one. So that means it's going to be 28. And after that 28, we know that it's have 28 more than that 28. So 28 more than the 28 will be the 56. And after we have the 56, we see that we have this one out here that's 14 more right here. So that means 14 more than 56 is 70. All right. So there is what we have. And at this point, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to go to extend. I'm going to extend this to that right there. And I'm also going to do some trimming to help me with the shape. So I'm going to trim this section here. Okay, so it's going to make me look at the shapes. I'm going to trim that as well. I'm going to hit escape. Let me see what's going on here. I'm going to click on these. I'm going to get rid of those. Okay. All right, so those is what the shape look like right now. What the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go up here. I'm going to click on circle, and I got the diameter, D, enter, 36.7. And then the second circle has radius of 31.6. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this right here. I'm going to construct me a segment all the way down until it's intersect with that. Okay. I can do the same thing on that side right over here. Now I can just mirror this object over later, but let's just do it this way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a fillet that's R60. Right. First object, radius 60, enter, second. All right. Now if I do that, it's got to cut off the other one. So let's control Z. I'm going to go ahead and trim. I have to trim this section so they don't connect. All right. So let's do fillet again. First object, radius 60, enter, and voila. And then I'll do enter to record it to do it on this side. Okay. All right. So it looked like that is okay there. The next thing I'm going to do, let me go ahead and do something here. I don't know why I click on the color. Let's click on the actual center line. I'm going to go ahead and drag it over here. Draw it all the way there. All right. So what I'm going to do with this is this going to help me trim some section out. So first, I know that I don't need that. I don't need this or that. So I'm going to trim those. One thing we're going to need to talk about is this arc right here. We talk about this arc where the center, right? The center, we know that this distance is 28 unit here. So from here to there is the whole thing is 28. So halfway of that will be 14. We know this one, the radius of this one is 28. 28 plus 14, that gives us 42, right? So I'm going to go ahead and in my center line, I'm going to construct a circle that is 42, okay? And then I'm going to go back to my construction layer. I'm going to go ahead construct my circle right there. Hit enter, do it again, right there, hit escape. And then now I can get rid of this, and I can also trim here and there. Okay, so this problem is almost done. What we're going to have to do here is a couple of things. So first, we're going to take a look here real quick. This little, if you look up at the problem, there's have a little arc right here, right? It's not a angle. So we're going to go ahead and do a little arc there. And again, there's no dimension, so we're going to have to assume, since this is 10, I'm going to go ahead and assume that one is 5. So I'm going to do a fillet. I'm going to select first objects and radius. Again, this is an assumption, 5. And then I'll click on the second one. All right, you can see that. Now, maybe 7 would be a better number to make it look nice, but I'm going to stay with that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mirror. What do I mirror? I'm going to mirror. Let me do this. I'm going to get rid of this guy. And I'm going to get rid of that guy. I'm going to go ahead and mirror this whole thing here. including this arc. I'm gonna mirror those, hit enter about this location here, say no to delete. I'm gonna click on this line and get rid of it right now. And then I'm gonna go ahead and first trim this. Second, I'm gonna go ahead and connect this back. Okay, escape. Now voila, that is a problem, and you can go ahead and confirm the dimension real quick. You can see all the dimensions are there. So that's it. This problem is done. All you have to do is just take out the dimension. Enjoy.